Welcome back to Headingley. The Leeds Rhinos, having defeated Hull FC last week, return to LS6 to take on the Salford City Reds. And at some point tonight, history will be made as Ali Lawatiti makes his debut for the Leeds Rhinos. He's amongst the substitutes. Tonight's visitors, Salford Reds, they line up. 1, Jason Flowers. 27, Nathan McAvoy. 5, Tony Stewart. 33, Kevin McGuinness. 4, returning to Headingley, Andy Kirk. 16, Marty Moana. 2, Joel Kane. 19, Neil Baines. 9, and captain Malcolm Alka. 11, Paul Heighton. 10, Sean Rudgerson. 20, Scott Naylor. And number 13, Chris Charles. The Rhinos, they are up. 21, Richie Mathers. 18, Mark Calderwood. 3, Chris McKenna. 4, Keith Senior. 2, Francis Cummins, returning to the starting lineup. 14, Andrew Duneman. 7, Rob Burrow. 8, Ryan Bailey. 9, Matt Diskin. 17, Wayne McDonald. 12, Matt Adamson. 15, Chris Feather. And 13, and captain Kevin Sinfield. And it is Sinfield that will get this game underway just as soon as referee Ron Lawton blows his whistle. And Salford will get first touch of the ball. It's been raining at Headingley since about 5:30 this evening. A dramatic junior academy game, the curtain raiser to this. Leeds led 32-0 in that game and just won it 32-30. It would be a massive fillip to the Salford City Reds cause if they were to cause such an upset tonight. The bookmakers giving Salford a 28-point start. Of course, embarrassed over at Hull. Since then, 2 wins, and of course that morale-boosting win last week at Castleford, which could keep them in Super League in the final analysis. Wayne McDonald in on the tackle there. Kane kicks downfield, chased was on by Bailey, but he managed to get the ball away. Goes through Mathers' legs. Mathers did well there, not to knock it on, just was cool and calm and got the ball away to Francis Cummins. Cummins in for Marcus Bye tonight. Kevin Sinfield checks into centre field up to the 30-metre line. Wayne McDonald gets the offload away. Kevin McGuinness up quickly. He was on the initial attack on McDonald, went straight through on Chris Feather as well. Diskin to the south stand side, over the top, finds Keith Senior. Senior looks to bump through the tackle, but Kane was there around the ankles. Diskin driving it up, tackled and brought down by Scott Naylor, the former Bradford Bull, returning to his hometown club. Mathers stabs the kick through, skids across the wet turf. Will it run dead? It will indeed. Mathers just getting an early field for the so Tony Stewart's the Irish international up to the 28, out from his own line. Chris Feather in with a crunching tackle. Alka gets the ball away to Baines. He's pulled down. 43 out from his own line. Alka, inside ball. Alka again, going from dummy half. Gets through so much hard work for the City Reds. Their captain, Moana, gets the ball away to Kane. Late replacement at scrum half for Carl Fitzpatrick. Mathers, gap opened up. Just caught and pulled down on the 20-metre line. Sinfield dummies to Burrow, takes it himself. Tackled by Kane. Burrow from dummy half. Finds Bailey. Bailey had to stop to come back inside. That took some of the momentum away from his charge. McDonald. Well pulled down there. Leeds moving the ball out wide. This is Chris McKenna. Calderwood at dummy half. Finds Duneman. His first touch of the ball. Puts a high one in. Seeing is there. Kirk allows it to bounce and is then able to get it at the second attempt. Andy Kirk will be after a big game tonight. He gets away from Mathers, then chases upfield. Sinfield pulls him down on the 40-metre. Well, that'll be a great morale booster for Andy Kirk. Back on his old stomping ground. Of course, went to Salford last season on loan when they're in the National League. And made that move permanent this season. Moana checks back inside. Through again, this is Alka. Alka, tackled by Mathers. Great ball and all, tackle by Richie Mathers. This is the tackle spare. Ball goes to ground, finds McGuinness. Knock on. Joel Kane, former London Bronco, apologising to McGuinness, the former West Tiger. Only joined the Reds a couple of weeks ago. Burrow to feed the scrum. Finds Feather, did well to stoop low to pick that ball. Sinfield at dummy half. Has Adamson on the run around, finds Adamson now. Tackled by Baines on the 30-metre line. This is Ryan Bailey. Burrow, round the back. Mathers gets the ball away to Senior. Senior did well to take that ball under heavy attention by McGuinness. Burrow down the south stand side, inside ball to Mathers. Mathers stepping, moving upfield, pulled down on the 30-metre line. This is the last tackle. Cummins at dummy half. Finds Burrow. Burrow kicks over. The chase is on from Calderwood. It's a bit too deep. And it's collected there. By McAvoy. Moving in centre field. This is Rutgerson. Pulled down. Salford full of purpose. And Duneman to where the swinging arm there. McKenna in with a good tackle. Duneman and Calderwood make the tackle there. So Salford into the Leeds half. But this is the last tackle. This is Joel Kane. His entire back line is offside. As Mathers feels the kick. They're still offside. But get away with it as Mathers is pulled down on the 20-metre line. Cummins from dummy half. Runs at Kane. Pulled down, 25 out from his own line. Burrow to Feather. Feather has Senior outside him. Drives it straight up. Naylor taking his time. This is McDonald. He brushes off the first tackle. Still going Wayne McDonald. Pulled down by Highton. Sinfield to Duneman. On to McKenna. McKenna steps back inside. Looking for a gap. Still going McKenna. Eventually pulled down. 37 out from the Salford line. Sinfield down the short side. Stabs a little kick over the top. The chase is on. Calderwood's there. Jason Flowers is taking his time. Slips on the turf. But manages to stay out of his in-goal. Good chase there for Sinfield of his own kick. And another tackle from Sinfield from Marker. Good work by the Leeds captain. Pulling down McAvoy that time. Sinfield again. That's a hat-trick of tackles for Sinfield. Baines collides into McDonald. Sinfield again, this time with Adamson. This is the last tackle. This is a great defensive set from Leeds. They've penned Salford inside their own 30. Kick goes down, centre field. Mothers is chasing it. Knocks it back with one hand to take it. Looking to go around Kirk. Steps up, steps back inside on Kirk, and McGuinness takes the tackle on the 20-metre line. Senior finds Feather. Feather cuts back inside. Makes a good 10 metres before he's eventually pulled down. Diskin to Bailey. Bailey makes another good 8 metres there. Diskin to Duneman. Duneman has Adamson outside. Adamson through the gap up to the halfway line now. Leeds tackles to spare. Over the top. Burrow takes it. Dummies to Feather. Still going. Rob Burrow looking for a gap. Finds Senior. Senior cuts back inside. Senior's away. Oh, great cover tackle there by Scott Naylor. But he wasn't held. McGuinness couldn't keep hold of him. Senior in centre field. Pulled down. 15 metres out. Great running there by the Great Britain International. Senior to Sinfield. Sinfield dummies. Comes back inside. Needs to get the ball away. This is the last tackle. Is he going to go over himself? He is. Oh, what a great try by the Leeds captain. Leaving Salford defenders in his wake. A great run by Senior. A great try by Kevin Sinfield. So Sinfield looking to convert his own try. Slots it right between the uprights. That Kevin Sinfield's second try of the season, and sets a perfect platform for his team at the start of this game. As Ali Lawatiti warms up on the radio air, north stand side, awaiting his entrance. Only in the country 48 hours, but already looking to make his debut. Kane kicks off, fielded by Duneman. On to Adamson. Adamson charging up. The sight of Lawatiti warming up will put fire in the belly of Matt Adamson and Chris Feather. This is McDonald. Pulled down by Charles. Burrow, dummies to Feather. Rob Burrow, his run it was that set up the position for Keith Senior. Feather driving up. Leeds making more and more yards with every set of six now. Every tackle just punishing the Salford defensive line. Duneman kicks early, the chase is on. Calderwood's there. If it bounces correctly for Calderwood. Oh, good take there. Great take there. This is McAvoy. Pulled down. 18 out from his own line. Tony Stewart. Tackled by Diskin and Sinfield. Baines. Pulled down by Adamson. Does well though, Baines. Makes extra couple of metres. It's the last tackle. Kick on. Mathers has to chase back. Alka's chasing his own kick. Mathers has Cummins outside him. Sets back inside. McGuinness. Great tackle there. Cummins from dummy half. Has Senior outside him. Pushes off the initial attempt from McGuinness, but slips on the turf. Burrow to Diskin. Diskin to Feather. He's pulled down. 25 out. Diskin to McDonald. Pulled down by Rudgerson. Diskin. Sinfield pushes off this first tackle. Tries to get through Kane. Flicks a great back pass to Diskin. Diskin misses out Duneman, who was reading a different run. Still the ball goes to Adamson. He makes an extra 8 metres on the initial hit on Sinfield. Duneman puts the boot to the ball. It's a high one. It's fielded by Kirk. He's knocked it on. It's picked up by Burrow. Burrow pulled down just inside the Salford 10. Diskin from dummy half finds Bailey. Bailey charging his way to the line. Can he make it? No. Great tackle there from Jason Flowers. Sinfield takes it off the bounce. Senior gets the ball away to Cummins. Cummins does well to come in from his touchline. Eventually pulled down 5 metres out. Senior to Burrow. Burrow dummies to 2. Then goes across the face to Duneman. Duneman looking for a runner. That runner's Mathers. He gets the ball away to McKenna. McKenna flicks the ball out to Calderwood. Then back to Duneman. This is great stuff from the Rhinos. Oh, Wayne McDonald tries to take it two-handed. He can't. And that's the end of that passage of play. But a warm round of applause to the Rhinos. 13 minutes gone, 6-0 the Rhinos lead. The try and conversion by captain Kevin Sinfield. Kevin Sinfield comes out for the first tackler. Rob Burrow in at loose forward for that scrum. Sinfield again. He's getting through a heap of work tonight in defence, Kevin Sinfield, as well as his try-scoring prowess. Flowers, tackled by McDonald and Diskin. Baines gets the offload away. Alka, inside ball. Diskin, though, read the pass well to Flowers, got the tackle in. This is McGuinness. McGuinness tries to get away from Rob Burrow, but Card Senior's there as well. Kirk at dummy half. Gets the ball away to Kane. Kane boots it downfield. It bounces once for Calderwood and then into his arms. Calderwood looks to get round the outside. Scoring a hat-trick 3 years ago at the Willows, the first of his senior career. And scored one there this season. McDonald powering up, tackled by Kane. Pulled down just short of the halfway line. Diskin to Burrow. Burrow has Senior on his shoulder. Finds Sinfield. Sinfield out to Cummins. Cummins couldn't quite take it. And so Salford able to retrieve the ball. McGuinness into centre field. Kirk crabbing across field. Tries to get through Adamson and Bailey, but that's a double bolted gate and slams firmly in his face. Alka, wide pass to Moana. Gets the ball out to Rudgerson. He's pulled down on the 40-metre line. Flowers, tackled by Feather. Moana onto Kane. As Charles outside, just takes it up himself though, tackled by Sinfield and Burrow. This is the last tackle for the Reds. Stabbed the kick through, fielded by Mathers. Mathers gets away from the initial tackle of Kirk, breaking upfield, well tackled by Joel Kane. Naylor completes. Francis Cummins from dummy half. Dummies to Calderwood, takes it up himself, up to the 40-metre line. Calderwood from dummy half, tackled by McGuinness on the halfway line. That's great work from the Leeds full back line. Mathers, then Cummins, then Calderwood take the Leeds team into the Salford heart. This is Bailey. Diskin at dummy half. Finds McDonald. Has Doonerman on his shoulder. Takes it up. 25 out. Last tackle now for the Rhinos. Diskin to Doonerman. Doonerman goes to the air. Chases on. Kirk's there. Kirk defuses the bomb. So it'll be a 20-metre tap. 17 minutes gone. 6-0 the score. Great tackle from Chris Feather. Andy Kirk had raced back to catch that bomb and then was given the pass. Wayne McDonald missing the poor tackle there on Neil Baines, but his teammates able to make up for it. This is Charles, tackled by Adamson and Sinfield. Baines off for the City Reds, making the first change of the game. Willie Poachin and Barry McDermott about to come on for the Rhinos. This is Joel Kane. Inside ball to Naylor, tackled by Feather and McDonald. Alka stabs the kick through. Calderwood's there. Catches it. 3 metres out from his own line. Andy Colley is that's come on for the City Reds. Poachin and McDermott replace Adamson and McDonald. This is Cummins. Mathers finds Poachin, his first touch. Stepping inside, well tackled there. It's got to be a penalty to Leeds. Throwing the ball away as went. Should be another 10. Isn't. Sinfield boots the ball downfield. Onto the 40-metre line. Calderwood throws it infield to Doonerman. McDermott, his first touch. Bumps off the initial tackle of Colley. Diskin to Sinfield, has Bailey on his shoulder. Inside ball, great ball there from Sinfield to Bailey. He's tackled by Alka. Diskin to McDermott. McDermott dummies, steps forward, pulled down. 14 metres out from the Salford line. Great field position now for Leeds with tackles to spare. This is Burrow. Burrow inside ball to Senior. Senior on the charge. Senior powering his way towards the line. Still going. Colley over the top. Eventually pulls him to the deck. Mathers to Sinfield. Sinfield dummies himself, has Diskin on his shoulder. Diskin could go himself, he will do. Great work there by Matt Diskin. Good pass from Sinfield. Diskin through 3 dummies, and every single one of them was bought. And the Rhinos go to a 10-point lead. So Kevin Sinfield adds the conversion to give the Rhinos a 12-0 lead after 20 minutes. Duneman fields the kickoff. Finds Willie Poaching in centre field, looking to work his magic. Tackled by Alka. McDermott. Pulled down. 35 out from his own line. This is Bailey. Bailey pumping hard with the legs, gaining those extra couple of metres. Alka tries to hold him down. Got to be a second effort there. No, says referee Ron Lawton. Sinfield kicks early. Calderwood's on the chase. Flowers will have to get there. Calderwood is chasing it down. And in touch. Great work. Fantastic work. Sinfield and Calderwood combining brilliantly. Well, surely not. The ball was fielded by Flowers and pushed into touch. Must have hit the corner post, so it's a goal line dropout. Joel Kane trying to delay things by booting the ball away. The Leeds ball boy, too smart for that. He just put another one on the try line. So drop out, bounces on the 30-metre line. Duneman gets away with the gamble, letting it bounce twice. This is McDermott. Diskin finds Burrow. He's penalised for not playing the ball correctly. Barry McDermott it was. Kane kicks the touch. Alka. Good tackle on Colley by Senior. Burrows in there as well around the legs. Alka. Inside ball. This is Heighton. Pulled down on the halfway line. Kane gets the ball out to Moana. Sandy Johnson pulled down on the 30-metre line. Alka goes to the side with Rudgerson. He's tackled by Sinfield. This is the last tackle. Moana goes to the air. Not an awful lot of distance on it. Kane knocks it back. Came off the hand of Mathers, says the referee. This is McGuinness, so Salford have a set of 6. 20 metres out from the Leeds line. McDermott gets the tackle in with Diskin. Rudgerson pulled down. Great field position now for Salford. 6 metres out from the Leeds line. Moana back inside. Interception. Willie Poaching. He needs Calderwood on his shoulder. He finds Calderwood. Calderwood against Kane. Calderwood racing downfield. He's gone away for the initial tackle. He's trying to catch him. He won't catch him. Well, great work there. Terrific work by Calderwood, by Willie Poaching with the interception. Poaching's control and timing to find Calderwood. The pace of Calderwood. And a word too for Joel Kane. He looked to have caught Calderwood. He gave superb chase, but the little bit of gas in the legs of Calderwood took him clear. And the Rhinos scored their third try of the night. So Kevin Sinfield looking to give the Rhinos a further 2 points with the conversion. A formality for Sinfield. And the Rhinos looking full command here at Headingley. Bad luck there for the City Reds. The first time they built up any real pressure on the Leeds line, and the interception. Such a great footballing brain on the shoulders of Willie Poaching. Read the situation perfectly. And was composed enough to wait for the supporting run of Mark Calderwood. Kane kicks off. It's fielded by Duneman. On to Bailey. Bailey driving up, tackled by Highton. Mathers gets the ball onto McDermott. Ball's come out. Penalty. Ball stolen. Sinfield kicks to the radio air north stand side. Duneman now misses out, Poaching to find Sinfield. On to Bailey. Bailey in centre field, pulled down. 28 out from the Salford line. Just coming up to the half-hour mark here at Headingley. The Rhinos lead 18-0. This is Chris Feather. Feather up to the 20-metre line. Burrow comes in field, finds Diskin. Diskin spins in the tackle. Burrow to Sinfield. Sinfield run of McDermott finds it. McDermott going through the half tackle of Colley, but Colley hung on to his shirt tails. Diskin tackle from dummy half. Kane comes in later. That's the last tackle for the Rhinos. McDermott finds Burrow. Burrow has Senior outside him. Senior powering his way to the line. Is he over? Certainly looks like he is. Using the wet turf to slide over, and his powerful upper body strength to drag his arm over the line and score the Rhinos' fourth try to make it 22-0. So Kevin Sinfield with his most difficult kick of the night, made even more difficult by head coach Tony Smith. Normally a kicker likes a bit of silence to prepare himself. Tony Smith putting on in the background Ali Lawatiti for his debut. Lawatiti charging it up. The south stand goes crazy as he touches the ball. Diskin finds McDermott. McDermott offloads to Mathers, onto Poaching. Leeds suddenly seems to have an extra spark in their step. This is Senior over the top to Mathers. The arrival of Lawatiti has sparked the Rhinos. McDermott onto Sinfield, couldn't take it. It's gone forward, says the referee, and the crowd is alive and on their feet. Well, the PA announcer announcing the debut of Lawatiti was perfectly timed with his first touch. And rarely has an atmosphere been like this at Headingley for the visit of Salford, with all respect to the City Reds. This is Colley. tackled by Poaching. On the 40-metre line, Alka back inside to Rudgerson. This is Kane. Kane driving up. Tackled by Lawatiti. Offload goes back. Diskin chases it. Great work by Matt Diskin. Brilliant work. Pulled down Tony Stewart. Kane cuts back inside. Mathers allows it to bounce, then fields it 15 out from his own line. Off inside ball to Cummins. Cummins into centre field. Pulled down, just shy of the 30-metre line. Poaching. Finds Lawatiti. Every time he gets the ball, a roar comes up from the south stand. Diskin to Duneman. Duneman back inside. Still going Duneman. Over the halfway line now. Lawatiti looking for the ball again. This time it's McDermott. On to Feather. Feather pulled down on the 40-metre line. Senior comes off. Danny Maguire on. Burrow to Simfield. Simfield. Burrow, last tackle. Chips it over the top between Kirk and Flowers, and Burrow chasing his own kick. Gets the tackle in. Just over 5 minutes remaining until half-time. Rob Burrow, brilliant in defence, taking down Andy Kirk, former academy teammates. Feather driving the tackle back. McDermott and Poaching in on the tackle. Alka. Last tackle, another good defensive set from the Rhinos. Salford camped inside their own 30. Kane this time tries to mix it up a bit. Chips it over the top, fielded by Simfield. Gets the ball away to Duneman. Duneman onto Calderwood. Calderwood has space outside, but he's well tackled, just short of halfway. Maguire from dummy half, looking to create a gap. Bounces out the initial tackle of Colley, but Colley catches him by the top of his shirt. This is Feather. Feather, 33 out. Diskin to Duneman. Duneman onto Lawatiti. Lawatiti over the top to McKenna. McKenna dummies to Calderwood. Takes it up to the 10-metre line. Lawatiti from dummy half. Finds Duneman. Duneman dummies to Maguire. Then takes it himself. Going for the line. Andrew Duneman. Just caught a metre short. Simfield with options to his left and right. Stabs a little kick through. Flowers has knocked it on. Maguire scored. Danny Maguire's customary try. And a long chat with the in-goal judge, but the knock-on was by Flowers. Well, that decision beggars belief. Danny Maguire picked up the knocked-on ball, dived over the line, and scored. But not according to the referee, and that's who counts. Still, Leeds will just have to go over again. This is Cummins. Cummins for the line, and this time there's no mistake. And that try takes Francis Cummins to 6th in the all-time list for Leeds Rhinos. A fantastic achievement for the Leeds wingman. He's been 7th for over a year, but now joins Stan Smith in 6th place on the all-time ratings. Fantastic try, and just what the Rhinos wanted after the disappointment having that last try ruled out. So Kevin Simfield with about the same distance as his last attempt, which he sailed right between the uprights. Well, just brought this to the left-hand side. 28-0 the score, 2 minutes remaining in the half. That's the handicap score the Reds were given by the bookies. And the Rhinos have carved it up by half-time. So Kane in a bit of trouble with his kicking tee. Eventually gets it underway. Kicks to the other side this time. It's fielded by Maguire, then on to McDermott. McDermott pumping with the legs. Brings himself up to the 30-metre line. Burrow to Poaching. Poaching stepping, spinning in the tackle. Up to the 40-metre line. Diskin finds Duneman. On to Lauatiti. He steps, takes it up the middle, looking for the offload, gets it away to Duneman. Then on to Sinfield. Sinfield looking for the run of Calderwood. Calderwood cuts inside, away from the touchline. Duneman on to Lauatiti. Spinning in the tackle, pulled down. 35 out. Diskin to Duneman. Duneman finds Burrow. Burrow onto Poaching. Poaching going through the gap, finds Mathers, and then Poaching along with two Salford defenders. Shepherd's Richie Mathers into touch. Bit unfortunate there for the Leeds fullback. So interesting option from Tony Smith we've seen tonight, with Maguire coming on for Senior. Not sure if Keith Senior's carrying a knock or just precautionary. Try a few things out with the scoreboard at 28-0, half-time beckoning. Chance for Danny Maguire to play at fullback, Richie Mathers on the wing and Francis Cummings in at the centre. Good tackle there from Calderwood and McKenna. This is Highton, brought down by Diskin. And that's the half-time hooter. 28-0, the Rhinos lead. The debut of Ali Lauatiti and a length of the field try from Mark Calderwood, the highlights of the first half. And the Salford City Reds yet to score against the Rhinos this season. They held them scoreless at the Willows, and they hold them scoreless here at Headingley. So both teams out for the second half. Joel Kane to restart for the City Reds. And we're back underway in the second 40. The Rhinos lead 28 points to 0. This is Lauatiti. First touch of the second half. Tackled by Highton. Diskin at dummy half. Finds McDermott. He gets the ball away to Diskin. Knock on. So, not the ideal start of the second half for the Rhinos. Great opportunity though for Salford to get themselves a foothold in the game. Stewart tackled by Maguire. McKenna's in there as well. McKenna again driving back. McGuinness round the back. Great tackle by Cummins. This is McGuinness. Dummies to Charles, goes himself. Poaching in with the tackle. Kane goes to the air. Calderwood there, they allow it to bounce. It's picked up by Duneman. Well read by Duneman there. Lee's not getting panicky, allowing Stewart to knock it back and then just waiting for the ball. This is Diskin, tackled by Alka and Rutgerson. On the 30-metre line, Calderwood finds McDermott. McDermott offloads to Burrow without looking, and McGuinness races clear. He gets the ball away. It comes to Kevin Sinfield though. And desperation stuff from the City Reds. Feather. Poaching at dummy half. Finds McDermott. He drives it up. Tackled by Highton. Now Atiti stepping back inside, looking for the offload. Keeps the arm free. Alka tries to get involved with the big man. Maguire up to the 40-metre line. Last tackle for the Rhinos. McKenna finds Duneman, pressures up in his face. Goes to Colley, onto McDermott, goes backward, Feather to Poaching. According to the referee, says that Barry McDermott knocked it on. Did appear as if the ball had gone backwards. But referee Ron Lawton deeming as soon as it had gone to ground, it was a knock on. It was the last tackle, so Leeds yet to get out of their own half in this second half. Poaching. Duneman, great tackle there on Flowers, driven back with McKenna as well. Chris McKenna doing plenty of work on defence. Baldwin driven backwards. McKenna and Lauatiti. Alka finds McGuinness. This is Kane, steps inside Willie Poaching. Great work there from Barry McDermott, shutting the gate after Kane had got past Poaching. Working the main stand side, Salford, ball chipped through. Came off a Leeds man, did he play at it though? Restart on the 10. Kevin Sinfield at dummy half. Finds Barry McDermott. Barry McDermott driving it up to the 20-metre line. Diskin to Sinfield. Sinfield dummies back inside, tackled by Colley. Touch judges on. And Andy Colley could find himself in hot water here. But instead, he barely gets a talking to. Well, the touch judge came straight on there. Mathers finds Burrow. Burrow to Poaching. Poaching has Diskin on his shoulder, takes it up himself. Leads inside the Salford half for the first time in this second stanza. Sinfield, inside ball to Feather. Feather driving it up, still going Chris Feather. Pulled down by Charles. Diskin to Duneman. Duneman into centre field, looking for a gap. Still going Duneman. Eventually pulled down by Charles. Inside the Salford 20-metre area. Great field position now from the Rhinos. This is Burrow. Burrow running at the line. Burrow finds McKenna. Or rather, Poaching tried to get the ball away to Cummins, but couldn't control the pass. Salford get the chance to come away from their own line. Lee's looking dangerous whenever they get the ball inside the Salford half. Now Atiti pulls down Baldwin. Stewart pulled down by Duneman. Alka from dummy half. Driven into the ground by Ali Lauatiti. A little reminder from Lauatiti, remember me from earlier, as he drove Alka into the turf. Kane kicking through. Maguire chasing it back. It'll run dead if he wants it to. Calderwood wants to take the quick tap. Barry McDermott has to get onside. He does do. Calderwood cuts inside to Maguire. Maguire through the gap. Danny Maguire breaking upfield. Calderwood onto McKenna. McKenna, great tackle there by Nathan McAvoy. Calderwood to Duneman. Duneman onto Lawatiti. Lawatiti in centre field. 4 Salford defenders committed to tackling Lawatiti. Diskin to Duneman. Duneman comes back into centre field looking for a gap. Making good meters every time Duneman with the ball. Diskin finds Burrow. Onto Poaching. Poaching stepping his way through. Kevin Sinfield unable to take the offload. South Stand in fine voice this evening, despite the wet conditions. Perhaps might have expected more from the City Reds after their morale-boosting win at Castleford last week. Ball goes out over the top. This is Stewart racing downfield. McKenna's onto him. McKenna, great tackle by Chris McKenna. Tony Stewart is no slouch. McKenna ate up the ground between him and Stewart. Maguire gets the tackle in. Alka finds Kane. Kane finds McGuinness on the bounce. Inside ball to Flower. Well tackled Barry McDermott there. Naylor pulled down just short of the 20 metre line. Kane inside ball to Baines. Tackled by Lawatiti. After the initial hit by McDermott. Last tackle now. Kane stabs a reverse kick through. It comes off the post and is kicked dead. So 8 minutes gone in the second half. No further score. 28-0 it remains. Salford still yet to score a single point against the Rhinos in 2004. Sinfield drops out over the halfway line. Salford take their time before bringing it back through Colley. He's pulled down by Rob Burrow. Cummins pulled him down on the 30 metre line. Charles tackled by Diskin. McGuinness onto Kane. Kane can't take it. Yes, given the previous precedent set by referee Ron Lawton, that would have to be a knock on. Lawatiti's played his first 20 minutes, albeit with a 10-minute rest in between time. McKenna, dummies, back inside. Chris McKenna in fine form tonight on defence and attack. Maguire finds McDermott. McDermott powers up the centre. Diskin goes to the South Stand side. Ball knocked out by McGuinness as he tried to get the pass away. Stewart tackled by Calderwood. He's just lacking a bit of fluency in the second half. Good hit there by Feather. Calderwood did well to join him with his teammate there. Barry McDermott off. Wayne McDonald back on for the Rhinos. Alcott nearly lost that ball, recovered it. This is McGuinness. McGuinness forward pass there. Picked up by Mathers. Anyway. Cummins in centre field. Tackled by Alka. Sinfield finds McDonald. McDonald. This is where he can make Tiring defences pay with his rangy running style. Duneman misses out Lauatiti to find Maguire. Maguire looking for a gap, still going Maguire. Dummies, gets the ball away to Rob Burrow, onto Kevin Sinfield. Sinfield trying to get the offload away, it's come out. Lauatiti makes way for Ryan Bailey. So Kane, well tackled by Sinfield. Heighton gets the ball away to Flowers. He's tackled by Bailey. McGuinness steps back inside, gets the ball away to Kane. Kane racing through. Well tackled there. Leeds defending their line brilliantly. Maguire and Feather it was. This is Baines trying for the line. Baines is over. Leeds couldn't hold out. The power of Baines from short range. Chris Charles adding the conversion, makes it 28 points to 6. And Salford lead the second half, 6-0. Sinfield, high hanging kick, fielded by Kirk as he was falling backwards, did well there, and he's driven back. Great work there, Willie Pochin and Francis Cummins. Richie Mathers, as ever, infectious in his enthusiasm for the game, diving over the top of Pochin and Cummings as if they just scored the winning try. Joel Kane drops out. Maguire allows it to bounce, then finds McDonald. McDonald driving up. Pulled down, 25 metres out. Maguire to Pochin. Pochin has Burrow on his shoulder. Looked like a high tackle there, certainly was. McAvoy wasn't happy about it. Burrow to Duneman. Duneman to Sinfield. Sinfield stepping back inside. Well tackled there by Stewart. This is Feather. Feather charging for the line. Pulled down, 5 metres short. Diskin. Dummy half. Finds Burrow. Burrow onto McDonald. McDonald turns his back, trying to get the offload away, but is eventually tackled. Bailey pushes out the first tackle within 3 metres of the Salford line. Tries to get the quick play of the ball. Penalty given. Yet more back chat. I think it's Scott Naylor. He was doing it at the previous penalty as well. So instead now he gets just what he wants. The Salford line, plenty of time to set themselves for this charge. Bailey over the line. No, just centimetres short. Diskin to Maguire. On to Duneman. Duneman looking for the gap, comes back in field, has Maguire on his shoulder, takes it up himself. Flowers pulls him down, 3 metres short. Burrow round the back, tries to get the ball away. Francis Cummins does well to keep it in, or rather Richie Mathers finds Willie Poaching. Leeds losing metres though, but Poaching gets a run up at it, as does Wayne McDonald now. Diskin to Duneman. Duneman stepping back, can't find Bailey, finds Burrow instead. Burrow stabs the kick over the top, Kirk's there, it's not backwards, and McGuinness fields it. So Salford will get head and feed here. So Colley goes off, Rudgerson back on for the City Reds. Kirk takes that on his fingertips. Alka. Good tackle by Feather and Sinfield, driving the ball back. This is McAvoy, tackled by Duneman and Bailey. Rutgerson back on the field and tackled by McKenna. Baines. Initial hit by Bailey. Chev Walker and McKenna helping out their team out. This is the last tackle. Salford on their 40-metre line. Kane kicks through. Mathers collects. Tackled by McGuinness. Maguire. Just coming up to the hour mark. The Rhinos yet to score in the second half. Poaching. Spinning in the tackle. Diskin to McDonald. McDonald. Brought down on the 40-metre line. Diskin to Sinfield. Sinfield kicks through, chases on. Calderwood is chasing it. If Calderwood can collect this, he's in for a try. He collects it. Calderwood penalised there. Referee said the tackle had been made. Well, to watch that one on a replay, it appeared as if the tackler had fallen off. Had skidded past Calderwood when he collected it. Baines, tackled by McKenna. Alka gets the ball out to Ruggerson, tackled by Feather. Kane onto McGuinness, inside ball. Charles put to the deck by McDonald. Flowers gets to Alka, great take by Malcolm Alka, one-handed, tackled by Feather. Baldwin finds Kane, he stabs it across the ground, chip over the top, fielded by Mathers this time. McGuinness chasing, falls off, and Mathers able to make it up to the 10-metre line. Key Senior on the touchline waiting to come on. Francis Cummins steps back inside. Matt Diskin is to make way. Poaching onto Calderwood. Calderwood well marshalled. Burrow to Bailey. Bailey bumps off the tackle of Olka. Maguire, this is the last tackle. Kicks through between fullback and winger. Good kick from Maguire. Chase is good as well. A sea of blue and amber faces Andy Kirk. Pulled down, 15 out from his own line. Baldwin gets the ball away. Flowers pulled down. McDonald and Burrow in on the tackle. Pulling down McAvoy. Rudgerson gets the offload away. Charles steps back. Can't get away from Chris Feather and Kevin Sinfield though. Last tackle now. Kane kicks through. Francis Cummins collects. 8 out from his own line. Steps back inside, tackled by Charles. Doing at dummy half. Looked like a high tackle there. Gets away with it. There's Baldwin. McKenna stepping through. Pulled down on the 40-metre line. Burrow at dummy half. Wayne McDonald nearly gets through a gap. Burrow stabs the kick through. Kirk trying to get away. Great tackle there. Rob Burrow. Tremendous work by the Leeds scrum half. An awesome piece of defence, charging upfield and pulling Andy Kirk down inside his in goal. So Salford drop out again. It's a good drop out over the halfway line. Fielded by Wayne McDonald. He's eventually tackled. 32 out from the Salford line. Bailey now driving up. Still going Bailey. Stands up. Didn't like the attention he got there from Stewart. Sinfield tries to find Senior. Fielded by Cummins. Knock on by Senior. Mary McDermott returns for Chris McKenna. Leeds again, not able to make the most of field position there. And now McGuinness breaking downfield. He's got past Cummins, going out wide. This is Kirk, gets the ball back again to McGuinness, who was supporting the run from earlier, and Calderwood does well to pull him down. The City Reds giving it their all in this second half and looking for their second try. This is Charles. Dummies. Well tackled there by Barry McDermott. Quick play of the ball though. Kane stabs the kick through. Calderwood needs to be alert, and he is. Great work there from Calderwood. McAvoy was diving for that ball, and Calderwood put boot to ball and stuffed the ball into the Western Terrace end. So Leeds to drop out after a fashion. Maguire in with a tackle. Johnson. Pulled down by Sinfield. This is Charles. Finds Kane. Kane inside border Stewart. Well tackled there by McKenna. Alka finds Kane. Kane, interception. Danny Maguire. Andy Kirk's on the chase. He'll not catch Danny Maguire. He was denied earlier on by the referee. He won't be denied by anyone now. And scores his customary try for the Rhinos. Only failed to score him once in the last 12 games. That was the defeat at St Helens. And he gets the Rhinos' first try in the second half and just dispels any doubts there were. So Kevin Sinfield gives the extras and takes it to 28 points. Difference again. Rhinos stretch their lead to 34 points to 6. And referee Ron Lawton having a long chat to Kevin Sinfield before he allowed him to take that kick. Obviously not happy about something. Kevin Sinfield's last piece of action from the game. He now makes way. So Ali Lauatiti back on. Replaces the Leeds captain, Wayne McDonald, making good meters. Well, the last time Lauatiti came on, it sparked a mini surge by the Rhinos. Will they have the same effect again? Now he has the ball, gets the ball away to Keith Senior. Senior can't take it though. Chance goes begging, and Salford regather. McGuinness it was, who's been probably Salford's best player tonight. Always looked busy. Touch judge on again. Make sure everyone knows he's here tonight. Well, Ryan Bailey gets the stern talking to there. Previous thing happened with the Salford player, Andy Colley it was, the high shot. He didn't even get so much as a mind your style. McGuinness stretches to take the ball, finds Kane, over the top to Stewart. Stewart gets the ball out wide, into touch. Good work there. The whole defensive line, in particular Mark Calderwood. As soon as Stewart put the ball out to McAvoy, Calderwood knew exactly what he was doing and pushed him over the touchline. 10 minutes remain, 34-6, the Rhinos lead. A lead that will see them travel to Odsall Stadium next Saturday at the very top of Tetley Super League. Blood bin replacement here. Ali Lauatiti. Chris Feather having to come back on again. McKenna up over the 10-metre line. Poaching. Oh, looked to get the offload away to Keith Senior there, but just wasn't able to. Ryan Bailey on the charge. Well, he was at some pace there, Ryan Bailey, when he took the ball and made good metres with it. Burrow from dummy half. Inside ball to Barry McDermott. Lee's looking to drive it up the middle and zap the energy of the Salford defenders. Wayne McDonald now. Looking to get the offload away to Danny Maguire. Maguire just couldn't take it. Chris McKenna penalised. Being square at marker. Kick downfield. Richie Mathers fields it. Mark Calder into centre field, looking for a gap. Ooh, nearly through. Sean Rudgerson alive to the dangers of Mark Calderwood. This is Chris Feather, has Barry McDermott on one side, takes it up to the halfway line himself. Burrow to Maguire. Maguire onto Senior. Senior pushes off the first tackle, pulled down. 37 out from the Salford line. Poaching, inside ball to McDermott. McDermott makes 10 metres before he's eventually picked up and dumped to the ground. Burrow to Maguire, onto Duneman, to Mathers. Mathers inside ball to McKenna, was well read by Stewart. McKenna still going himself. Last tackle now for the Rhinos. Mathers finds Duneman. Duneman chips ahead, fielded by Flowers and tackled by Burrow. Kane tries to get away from Poaching and Maguire, but is dragged backwards by the collars. Kirk. Naylor. Tackled by Poaching and McDermott. Joel Kane gets the ball back inside, but Bailey's there. Last tackle now. Alcutt finds McGuinness, stepped out of his 30 just as he kicked that, so it's fielded by Mathers up to the 30-metre line. Good work by the Leeds fullback. Calderwood into centre field, driving it up. Ball's come out. 1-on-1, says the referee. Kirk. It's the ball inside to Colley. Tackled by Senior and McDonald. Alcutt gets the ball away to Moana. Lee's penalised. Well, strange decision. Joel Kane gets the ball inside. Baldwin pulled down. This is McGuinness. McGuinness tries to go under McDonald, but it's tackled by Maguire. Alcutt gets the ball away to Moana. Moana going for the line himself. Rob Burrow seems to have held him up. He has done. Well done, Rob Burrow. Worked hard there. Colley going for the line. McDermott's there, as is Poaching. They'll be looking to hold him up. They do. McGuinness finds Kane. Onto McElroy to Stewart. Stewart knocks it on. Sorry, Naylor it was. Naylor to Stewart. Stewart couldn't hold on to it. 14,239 inside Headingley. The last time the City Reds visited Headingley, there was 8,200 here. So 6,000 more than that. And you may say, could suggest the damp conditions may have put another couple of thousand on. Kevin Sinfield winning the man of the match. Chris McKenna up to the 20-metre line. Senior through a gap, just lost his footing as he went through. This is Bailey again, charging up. Great running there by Ryan Bailey. Wayne McDonald finds Maguire. Maguire stepping through a gap, still going Danny Maguire. Burrow to McDermott. McDermott charging up at Moana. Burrow onto Poaching. Poaching going himself. Goes one-handed, finds Burrow. Referee deeming the pass from Poaching was forward. Kirk. Kirk. Tackled by Duneman, but manages to get the ball away. Great work there by Duneman. Adjusted. Pulled McAvoy into touch and then was actually on hand to anchor Calderwood infield. McKenna. This is Burrow onto Bailey. Quickly passes it onto McDonald. Tries to get the offload away. McGuinness did well there to wrap the ball up. Burrow finds Maguire. Stepping, looking for a gap. Finds Keith Senior. Senior this time just breaks the initial line of attack. Burrow from dummy half finds Mathers. Mathers goes to air, but it's a poor kick. Actually goes behind him, but finds McKenna. McKenna kicks the ball through. Flowers is there. And Calderwood makes the tackle. Tony Stewart not happy with Mark Calderwood there. And final who it goes, 34 points to 6. One try apiece in the second half. But the Rhinos remain top of Super League and will travel to Odsal next week, looking to maintain that run.